it's a great honor to be chosen out of all these great players. It's just it's unbelievable, and to have the logo on the front and representing your family on the back, you couldn't ask for more.
The World Junior A Challenge concluded last weekend. The top Junior A players from across the globe in Whitby and Cobourg. Tons more on that coming up. This is the OJ Today. Hey folks, I'm Alex Bastiavansky. On today's program, Mario Chiquillo, who was an assistant coach on that Team Canada East squad, will join us here in the studio to talk about the whole experience. We'll also have a feature story on the Kingston Voyageurs later on. But first, after dropping the Czech Republic last week in the quarterfinals, Canada East faced off last Thursday against the boys from the West. Canada West had been the dominant force in the tournament up to that point, going undefeated, but the East gave them all they could handle. Canada West got a bye into the semis for finishing first in its group. In the West draw, first blood, just 2:48 in. On the power play, the puck drops out to Brandon Byro, who slides it past Colton Point. Brandon McMahon with the assist, and it's 1-0 Canada West. The East gets it back just under a minute later, though. They've got numbers on the rush. Owen Grant drives for the net and manages to bang it home past Matthew Murray. And the two Canadian squads are tied at 1. The East grabs the lead midway through the first. Newmarket's Adam Smith jumps all over the juicy rebound. Canada East gets its first lead of the game, and it's 2-1. The West would knot things up just 24 seconds later. Bobby McMahon and Brandon Byro causing all kinds of problems for the East. Ultimately, it's McMahon jamming home the puck to make it a 2-2 hockey game. There was actually no scoring in the second, so on to the crazy third period we go. West on the power play. Nice tic-tac-toe passing, and then Cale Makar blasts it home, breaking his stick in the process, but he still makes it work. 3-2 West. And then again with the man advantage, they nearly hit. Brandon Byro finds Tyler Bush out front, but Point comes up big to make the nice stop. Nothing he could do about this one, though. Still on the power play. Liam Finley at the side of the net wraps it home, and the West has some breathing room, up 4-2. It didn't last long, though. Just over a minute later. Don't blink. Right off the draw, Brett Murray just hammers it at the net. Catches Matt Murray napping for 3, and then at the 11:45 mark, the West gets sloppy in its own zone, and the East makes them pay as Wellington's Luke Brown bulges the twine, and it's a whole new game, tied at 4 apiece midway through the third. Back and forth we go. Projected first-round NHL pick Tyson Jost shows why the scouts are drooling as he absolutely tattoos it past Point to make it 5-4 West. But the East just wouldn't go away. 3 minutes later, the pride of Oakville, Josh Kosak, follows up the original shot and gets it to go. What a crazy game, 5-5. Alas, the West would have the final say. Just over 3 minutes left, Joseph Nardi drives the net, tips it home. That's the game winner as Canada West would add 2 empty netters to make it an 8-5 final. Incredible game. Both squads definitely gave the fans their money's worth in Cobourg as the boys from the West advanced to face Russia in the gold medal game. A heartbreaking loss for Canada East, who gave it all they had against the West, but they had to regroup in a hurry. The next night, they had a shot at the bronze medal. It was a tall task, however. Their opposition were the powerful Americans, who had won 3 straight gold medals at the tournament. Canada East was emotionally drained after coming so close against the West, and the Americans were looking to medal for the 9th straight year. In the first, Canada's Owen Grant lays the body on USA's Max Zimmer with a stiff check along the boards, and then Maxime St. Pierre catches William Neerum with his head down and lays him out. Right before the buzzer, Canada gets a good chance. Sam King, several cracks at it in close, but he just can't get it to go, which was unfortunate because the second frame was all USA. Just 19 seconds in, Colton Point can't smother the shot. Rem Pitlick jumps all over the rebound, and the Americans are finally on the board, up 1-0. Then just a minute later, Zimmer just kind of throws it at the net here. I'm not sure if Point saw any of this, but it's in, and it's USA 2, Canada 0. The floodgates were open at that point. 8:45 mark, Canada's D ignores Grant Josephek in front, and just like that, it's 3-0 for the red, white, and blue. They were peppering the Canadian net with shots. On the power play, Keegan Ford rings a hard one right off the goalie's best friend, as Canada catches a break. But then the Americans work the power play to perfection. Chase Pearson all alone at the side of the net, and boom, it's 4-0 USA. Canada gets one back, though, off an American miscue. Tyler Rollo feeds Lucas Batt, and we're on the board, trailing by 3. Rollo had a great tournament for the East, actually. He led the team in scoring with 6 points. The visitors just kept on coming, though. Jack Akan with a great solo effort here, but ends up ringing it off the goalpost as well. Regardless, the Americans were dominant. They added 3 more in the third to grab the bronze medal. No question, Canada East were drained after losing that heartbreaker the night before. But congrats to the USA on a much-deserved bronze medal. In the gold, Canada triumphed, well, Canada West at least, as they downed Russia by a 2-1 count. Jostin McMahon getting the goals. Congratulations to the boys from the West. And here's how the groups finished up. In Group A, Russia and Canada both with 2 wins and a loss, but Russia beat Canada East, so they finished on top of the group. Switzerland failed to win a game in the tournament. In Group B, the West were dominant, as we said. They won all 3 games. The United States finished second in that group, and the Czech Republic, actually, who we beat in the quarterfinals, Canada East, ended up winning the 5th place spot anyway. For all the stats, standings, and scores, head to hockeycanada.ca. Welcome back to the OJ. Today I am joined in the studio now by one of the assistant coaches from Team Canada East, and of course the head coach of the Toronto Junior Canadiens, Mario Cichilo. I got it right this time. I got it right after all these years of messing it up. Welcome. Thanks for taking some time. The holidays are here, so we appreciate you coming into the studio. But we're going to talk all about the World Junior A Challenge and what an experience it was for you and for the team. Let's just start off with that. First off, your impressions of the tournament and how it went.
Tournament was run first class from start to finish. The guys in Whitby, Cobourg, we can't say enough how much, not only myself, the rest of the coaching staff, the other players, the interpreter that was in the same hotel as us from the Russian team was first class. If we needed transportation to watch the Team West play US in Cobourg, it was there. Meals were great. The whole bit, we couldn't ask for anything more. They put on a real good show. Both towns did a real good job. I mean, people were saying, I know walking around the arena in Whitby and in Cobourg, they were wishing the people from both those areas that they could get it for a second year in a row.
Yeah, they did a fantastic job. They did, and good attendance, the fans coming out and supporting the local hockey. Canada East, we had 11 players from the OJ on Canada East. You were right behind the bench the entire time, so let's actually talk about the team's performance. They went for the bronze medal. Ultimately, of course, they came up just a bit short in that game, but your analysis of the team's performance.
I thought the team came together very well. From MasterCard till we left MasterCard to go to Whitby, the team gelled. If you're going to ask me, I'm saying we just ran out of gas. The bronze medal game, we just ran out of gas. It was the game we played the West.
Yeah. We'll get to that one in a second. Okay. We're going to sort of just go through some of the games. Let's start with the first game against Switzerland. They got the first goal. Aside from that, you guys ran the board on them. It was the 8-3 final.
8-3 game.
Yeah, definitely you guys were in control. One of the weird ones was I was there filming the game against Russia. So it's a 6-1 final. You outshot them though. And even after the game, I'm interviewing Ben Soke in the interview area. And, he made a point in which I actually agreed with him when I watched the game, is that he said, because we should have won that game if we had buried our chances. It was a 5-6 minute span where they got 3 quick ones on you in the second period that I think put the guys back on their heels a bit. But you don't often say from a 6-1 game, we could have won that game, but I was of the opinion, yeah, you guys could have.
Alex, you know what? You're right on. We did. We played well, okay? And what happened is it's the same old thing. Most of these kids that play at Tier 2 Junior, sometimes they can go on and off. They're like a light switch. You know what? Here, I feel like going real hard now, and then they'll shut it down for a few minutes. Okay, I think that's what happened. That game against Russia, We shut it down, okay, probably for 5-6 minutes, like you said, and the Russians don't. But that's international hockey. You've got to start the game and finish it.
You cannot take one shift off,
You cannot
right?
take one shift off. But it's a learning experience,
Yeah.
right? I'm sure, you know what, we learn from those mistakes and we'll get better.
Yeah. The huge win against the Czechs in the quarterfinal, which is great, which got you guys to advance. It was a tight game. Tyler Rollo of Oakville, a guy you know only too well throughout the season, who's burned the Junior Canadians a few times. Him and Josh Kosak of Oakville were both fantastic in that tournament. But Rollo, I believe, along with Luke Brown, were the leading scorers for Team Canada East. Those guys came up with a huge performance, didn't they?
Played well. Rollo played real well. I mean, hey, listen, we play against them.
I know. Yeah.
But I was one of his biggest cheerleaders. Right? The kid came to play every night. Okay, his mental preparation. Okay, you could just see it in the dressing room. He wanted to win, and I could see that when we play against him in Oakville. Right? He competes every single shift, and you know what? He did that. He played real well. I mean, not only the Czech game, but the whole tournament. Rollo played real well.
The semifinal game where you played the eventual gold medal winners was Team Canada West. You started alluding to that before. That game, it was an 8-5 final, but that was a game that up into the third period could have gone either way, and you guys felt that you should have won the game.
You know what? We were pretty positive, the coaching staff. We came back, we tied the game there at 5-5. And you know what? On the bench, we had just a quick discussion. Said, we're going in the right direction. Okay, we got momentum here. We're going to win this game. And then you know what happens? The same old thing. You know what? The kids shut it down for a few seconds. The West came back, scored a goal on us, and we could never get that goal back.
Yeah.
Okay, and you know what? I hats off to.
And obviously they were the class of the tournament. They went undefeated the entire way through, and they ended up winning the gold medal game. So Canada did win the gold, which is great to see, regardless, even though it wasn't Team Canada East. We're really quick. The bronze medal game against the States, that was a tough loss. It was a bit of a blowout, but I mean, the players mentioned it, and you've mentioned it as well, that just one of those things about you left it on the ice the night before against Team Canada West, and they were kind of down the next day, weren't they?
Well, you know what? We weren't down. The guys mentally, I thought, okay, we're pumped to play that game against USA. But you could tell already after the first couple of shifts, it looked like we had all left our gas. The West game.
That was noticeable, yeah.
And it looked like, from on the bench that we were skating on quicksand.
Yeah.
That's the way it looked.
They were also very quick, though, too, which didn't help.
You know what? USA is a real good team.
Yeah.
You know what? They're on the offense every time they get the puck.
Yeah.
So you have to have your A game against them.
Yeah.
And well, you know what? Hey, you know what? Let's.
We got 20 seconds.
Yeah.
I just want to get real quick from you. 10-second soundbite. This is not the first time you've done an event like this, but what's it like for you?
You know what? It's better and better every time I go.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it with the group of players we had, and I really enjoyed it. The coaching staff was a real nice group to be with.
You guys did a great job. Congratulations. And happy holidays.
Thank you very much.
Looking forward to the new
Happy
year.
holidays to you too.
Okay, buddy. More OJ today coming up in just a moment. Welcome back. Well, with all the attention on the World Junior A Challenge the last couple of weeks, we missed out on a few OJ game highlights. So let's catch up. First up were the Junior Canadians and the Toronto Patriots from last Saturday. The Canadians got dumped by the Pats 4-0 the last time they played, so they had revenge on their mind. Pick it up with the Patriots up 1-0 in the first. George Novachis goes roof daddy on Sean O'Reilly. Great shot to knot the game up at 1 apiece. Just before the buzzer, Nicholas Jarzabek lowers the boom and hammers it past O'Reilly, and it's 2-1 for the Junior Canadians. That's how it was heading into the second frame, and this should just never go in, ever. But it does. Cody Simmons from mid-ice with a wrist shot that O'Reilly will be having nightmares about. And it happens, and then Anthony Trujillo uses his teammates as a decoy and goes top shelf to make it a 4-1 lead for the boys in red. The Pats get one back. Connor Beck, 1-on-3, somehow gets it past Daniel LaPapa to make it 4-2. The goalies on both sides struggling a bit in this one. more evidence. Andrew Mullen from just inside the blue line. Nice shot, but ouch. 5-2 Canadians. In the third, the Patriots make a game of it somewhat. Jack Lyons from the point uses the screen to get it past LaPapa and draw his squad to within 2. But that's as close as they would get on this day. 5-3 is the final. A much-needed win for the Canadians. They'd lost 6 straight heading into this one, so they will happily take the 2 points.
Markham and Aurora have been going back and forth in an epic battle for top spots in the North. The Royals currently hold first place, and they were looking to expand their lead last Sunday, facing the Rangers in North York.
The Rangers were looking good again after a recent slide and are back chasing Oakville for first in the West. No scoring in the first, so we skip to the second. Nick Tomakos gets leveled by Dean Rayner with the nice open ice hit, but that seemed to spark the Royals. Soon after, on the power play, Rangers scrambling in their own zone. Brendan Balco, the Jet, manages to bang it home, and Markham takes a 1-0 lead. Soon after, they were looking for more, but Baguetta robs Tyson Bruce from in close. Never an easy feat. Nice save. At the 16:34 mark, though, Trevor Abbott steals the puck and lets one fly past Baguetta. Markham out to a 2-zip lead as the teams head into their respective dressing rooms. Third period, North York strikes back. Adam Jackaman with speed down the wing tattoos the shot past Marcus Samayo. And the Rangers cut the lead in half to 2-1. That's his third of the season. And then it's North York on the PP, and they work the puck around. Tyler Curry has one of the best shots in the league, and there's more evidence of that. All knotted up at 2 apiece. But Markham gets the winner at the 14:53 mark. Marco Wazzano with a gorgeous pass to Tyson Bruce for the score. The Royals nullify the Rangers' comeback. 3-2 is the final, so with the win, Markham now has a 4-point bulge over Aurora for first place in the North, and you can bet neither squad will let up for a second for the rest of the season.
Oh, the Whitby Fury are stuck between a rock and a hard place out in the East. Playing in the OJ's toughest division has left them with a win-loss record that doesn't really reflect the quality of their squad. Still, the Fury had only won 2 of its last 8 when they took on Aurora last Saturday, and the Tigers had no sympathy for Whitby's predicament.
The Tigers were actually on a 4-game losing streak heading into this matchup, their worst of the year. Santa was there for the game, and the Cats were hoping he'd bring them a bit of luck. And they did get on the board first, 12:51 in. Ryan Shaw breaks in, throws it on the net. Daniel Manella gives up a monstrous rebound, though, and Daniel Mantenuto buries it. 1-zip Tigers. More from Shaw moments later as he flies in on the break, but this time Manella comes up big to deny the chance. At the end of the first, a tried and true Aurora tradition, the turkey toss, as Santa cheers them on. Second frame, Whitby evens it up. Ryan Heaps shows off some dirty dangles, dancing through the Tigers and setting up Justin Brand for the beauty. And they were all tied up at 1 apiece, 3:28 in. Third period now. Aurora thinks it has one. Liam Ham just throws it on the net. Liam Newman pokes it in, but it's waved off for apparent goalie interference, so no goal. Late in the third, all kinds of drama as Evan Kearns goes crashing right into the net, and then Liam Ham staples Justin Brand to the boards. Anyway, this one went to overtime. Santa looking on anxiously. Apparently he's a Tigers fan. Who knew it? But he went home happy as Aurora newcomer J.D. Falconer just picked up from Victoria in the BCHL. What a debut as he gets the OT winner to give the Tigers 2 points. 2-1 Aurora is your final. So they snapped their awful 4-game slide that saw them lose ground on Markham for first place in the North. The Tigers have a 4-point deficit to make up now. Okay, OG trivia for the week. And this week's question is, which team won the 2015 World Junior A Challenge that just took place? What a fantastic event in Whitby and Cobourg. They did a great job. So which team won the gold medal at the 2015 World Junior A Challenge? And the first person with the correct answer emailed to Isaac Westgate, and that's iWestgate at the OJHL.ca, wins an OJHL prize pack. Okay, let's take a look at the OJHL standings and see where all the teams currently sit. And in the North Division, Markham, as mentioned, now a 4-point bulge over Aurora. Newmarket in third place. In the East, Trenton
still looking so good with 58 points. Kingston has 50. They sit in second place currently. Wellington in third. South Division, Oakville on top with 45 points, and the Rangers now in second with 41. And in the West Division, Buffalo 4-point lead over Georgetown, 49-45. Georgetown with 2 games in hand, though. And some OJHL transactions to tell you about. Some big trades last week as Burlington loads up for the final stretch, acquiring James McLaughlin from the Flyers, and they get Mississauga Chargers team captain Stefano Alonzi. So big news for Burlington, and the Orangeville Flyers get Jack Jeffers in return from the Burlington Cougars. Welcome back to the OJ Today. Well, the Kingston Voyageurs find themselves in a familiar position this year, challenging for top spot in the East. And the Vs actually have the second best record in the entire league. So what's been working for Torian White's squad? And we find out now in this week's team report, brought to you by Muscle Milk. Muscle Milk, official sponsor of the OJHL. It's one of the rarest accomplishments in all of sport, to rally back from a 3-0 series deficit and win in 7 games. Yet that's exactly what the Kingston Voyageurs accomplished last season against the top-seeded Aurora Tigers. The Vs would ultimately end up advancing all the way to the Buckland Cup final before falling to the Toronto Patriots in 7 games.
Coming back 3 games against any team is, a major accomplishment. So, the fact that we could do it against Aurora, they're ranked, top seed, I think, in the division. And, it was a pretty exciting series. So, all in all, we didn't get the final game there in Game 7, but, it was a good playoff run for us, definitely.
Despite turning over nearly all of its roster, Kingston has been a dominant force again this year. Currently, they sit second in the Eastern Division and have the second best overall record in the OJHL.
We played pretty well. We had a bit of a slow start. We went 0-3. A lot of people doubted us this year. Having a lot of guys leave from last year. Obviously, we've been playing, full team games, full 60 minutes, which is what has been winning us hockey games.
I think that the boys are getting a lot closer on and off the ice, which forms a lot more chemistry as the games go along.
Captain Zach Amilifone is one of the few returning players on the Vs this year.
He's a great leader, great guy. He's one of the only returning players, and it was tough, to build a team from scratch, but, he's doing a great job. He leads on and off the ice. He's a great leader on the ice. He's very vocal, very communicative. Off the ice, he just bonds us together, and, he's a great leader.
It helps that the Vs have one of the top scorers in the league, newcomer Anthony Rinaldi. Acquired from Nanaimo of the BCHL in the offseason, the dynamic forward just committed to the Union Dutchman of the NCAA.
Very, very gifted naturally, has a knack for the net, loves to have the puck on his stick, has a lot of poise with the puck. Anthony is your total package in terms of junior hockey, and as I said, we're very, very, very happy to have him here, and he is a big part of our team as well.
All through the lineup, different players have been stepping up this year.
Riche has just been outstanding, to have that on the back end, knowing that he's your final line of defense, it just gives the other 5 guys on the ice that extra confidence that, even if there is a chance, the other team that might have, Riche's back there to stop it for us. So
Jack Zielinski, he's a great player. He's very offensive as a defenseman. I really like playing with him on the power play. He comes big for us. He scores goals. He makes plays.
Nadeau last year, he was up and down playing Junior C, I think, for the Napanee Raiders. He's just had he's had a breakout season this year. He's just finding the back of the net, finding those points, just finding the good areas. I think it just starts with hard work.
Head coach Torian White is in his first season behind the bench in Kingston and immediately garnered the respect of his players.
Toe's a good guy. He's very, very demanding of us, which is good. He has really good systems, which we've been following as a team because, helped us on the ice and with our success. So, having him in the room and, the other 2 assistant coaches has definitely helped us.
Kingston will be fascinating to watch down the stretch this year as they continue to try to reel in top-ranked Trenton as the regular season winds down.
Yeah, so our division, like you said, is very tough. We have Trenton, who's obviously having a good season. We got Cobourg and Wellington. It's basically that 401 rivalries there. But we obviously want to get to the top. We're creeping up on Trenton, but we're just taking it game by game here, and hopefully by the end of the season, if we keep winning, we'll be in a good spot come playoffs.
And that's all the time we've got for this week. From everyone here at the OJ today, have a very Merry Christmas, folks. And remember to head to the league website at ojhl.ca for all the up-to-date news, stats, and standings. On Twitter at OJHLofficial, and of course at facebook.com/OJHLofficial. And now, to send us off in style, a holiday message from the Kingston Voyageurs. Happy holidays, everyone.
For the 12 days of Christmas my teammates gave to me
12 blazing slap shots,
11 silky sauce passes,
10 fists of swinging,
9 is my number,
8 goal sallies,
7 dangles dangling,
6 Americans,
5 booming checks,
4 lamps a lighting,
3 French orange,
2 goalie sticks,
and the best fit in all of hockey.
Kings Voyageurs would like to wish you a festive holiday season.
See you in 2016.
Thank you.